Brother J, episode 13, constant elevation. What's good? How you doing, man?
I'm good, my lord. Good to see you, man. What's good?
Good to see you as well.
Yeah,
maintaining. Salute everybody tuning in.
Yeah.
You got a side with.
Yeah, man.
You out in New York?
Yeah, man. Cold as hell.
Oh, yo.
But, very productive. Very productive.
You got us sideways though.
Oh snap! Hold on.
Yeah.
I got this plug in here, so I make sure that this phone doesn't die on me. I'm the champion of phone death. Yeah. my shit burned from morning till night, dog. It's ridiculous.
I feel you. Yeah, I always keep a thing. I mean, I get nervous when my shit get below like 75. I'm like, yo, I'm bugging out. Like, yo.
I don't even have the grace. I always realize at 5% and it's beeping and going through changes and shit, man.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. That's the world we live in too, and it's crazy because I'll be looking at it like, yo, I'm always on my phone, but I'm like, I'm conducting business on here. It's just what it is, yo. And someone told me a while ago, he was like, yo, just look at it like these are just computers you're carrying around in your pocket. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Man, exactly.
That's all they really are. So yeah, this is episode 13, Constant Elevation with Brother J, ex-Clan. And real quick, if you guys got any comments as it pertains to the discussion that we're going to have tonight, please use the questions featured below rather than putting them in the comments section. And as always, if you get on any crazy shit, send your ass home. Got to put that out there. So tonight's show, I hit you up the other day, and I was thinking about this. Last time, a couple of talks ago, we were talking about being, conscious artists and stuff, and it was a really good build. And so I wanted to look at it a little further and see, like, I wanted to think about, because I feel like that word's used a lot, conscious, and I feel like sometimes people assume that in order to do something like for the people or to make change,
right,
you have to be out, like, again, throwing Molotov cocktails at the fucking White House or something like that. And there's like a lot of ways that you can do that. So I wanted to look at within our culture of hip hop, the elements, even it's like corollaries, like fashion, just different things or whatever. How can we
oh, sorry, my lord.
No, you're good. How can we what can we do in those elements to try to like bring about positive change? You know what I'm saying? And like on a number of different levels. So it's kind of wide open. And so I wanted to look at that. And then we wanted to talk about some of the things you got going on, some big changes, you know what I'm saying, as far as projects and stuff like that, some things we got going on relating to this. So that's kind of where I wanted to jump off.
Yeah, man. You know what? The thing about the thing with conscious, man, I don't, people change up definitions of things as time goes on and everything, man. And certain things shouldn't be invaded. You know what I'm saying? Certain things shouldn't be twisted. You know what I'm saying? Fresh should stay fresh, period.
Right.
So, with consciousness, they never gave us a category. You know what I'm saying? You threw our lyrics and everything into the mud with everything else, with the foolishness and whatever else was out and whatnot. We just always deserved our own category.
Right.
That's always been, my process to build a category and not just continuing to play the slave process. Put a record out, wait for whatever result. See if I chart, bow to the mics, all the bullshit. I don't want to be measured by mics and shit, man. I want to be measured by what I kick. And if it's inspiring, build with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like you look in the magazine and see somebody's left side judgment. When the people were telling us that they put that mic thing in a tier to position people for touring and whatnot, then why would you take from us? If someone gives you a 4.5 and then it gets put in the magazine as a 4, you know what I'm saying? We lose consideration. So no matter how much you're doing, it still ends up to the media being right. You know what I'm saying? The people who write down and do the journal, we can't get on your bad day. You had a fight with your girl and every record was whacked that day. You know what I'm saying? There got to be some kind of counsel that has an even mind to kind of say, yo, man, these lyrics right here is getting ignored. And we hear, talking about ass and titties, and not to slight on the, on the people who sing those songs and whatnot. That's their business. And that's a whole different market. You know what I'm saying? When you try to absorb and monopolize the whole entire market where we don't even have time to consider ourselves for higher airplay. You know what I'm saying? If your company and 2 other companies eat up the whole 24 hours, what time we got to even go and offer as a whole to say, yo, we got some dope lyrics and, you know, conscious artists or whatever, and we want 2 hours, 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of movements that I feel should be happening right now, where instead of throwing cash at folks, you know, for super chat, put it in a pot and let's afford marketing for the best of us. You know, let's have situations where we find out who's really the next Most Def, who's the next Lauryn Hill, who's whatever, and let's put our champion up with some marketing dollars and say, yo, let's go for it. You know, right. We don't have that much unity. Everybody nice when it comes to the contest of it all. Nobody want to say, yo, this is Kobe, man. You know, everybody in the park can play, but this is the Kobe right now.
Yeah, nobody's. That's hard, man. That takes. Yeah, who's doing that though? That's a good point.
God body, you know, it takes a sacrifice of ego. You know what I'm saying? To be like, yo, I'm dope, but yo, homie, got it. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, we need to put some bread behind him and get him some radio play where it generates the understanding. Like, yo, we got what it is.
Right.
And it's not insulting and it's not whatever. So that's going to have to be a people thing. And that's what we're getting into tonight about what I'm doing, you know, down the line of our conversation.
Right, right. Yeah. No, it's an interesting point you made too about the fact that there was no real conscious category. And of course, I mean, like I would say like you had it sort of, I mean, I'd say it was there. It was weird because when you guys were really bubbling and Public Enemy and then on a different level, like Native Tongue Jungle Brothers and stuff like that, it was there. And then all of a sudden it became uncool to
right.
to talk to be about that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
By whose standard though?
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? That's why I got confused. Like, yo, I mean, how does it get played out to live who you are?
I mean, it seems like, I was going to say real quick, it seems like, I mean, you know, ignorance became the mantra of the day, though. Like, we love our fucking ignorance, though. So,
it's easy to do.
It's easy, right? So we love our, I mean, if you turn on the TV right now, the only thing I watch on TV are like, if I watch TV, it'll be movies or sports. If you turn on like regular TV, what's on? Reality shit. The Discovery Channel used to be so fucking ill back in the day when I was a kid. The Learning Channel used to be able to learn. Now they got Desperate whatever on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they don't look, we was trying to be ahead watching those shows. So it's like if you could learn a word that somebody else didn't know, you could be a little bit a brainiac when you raise your hand. That's not even a goal nowadays. You know, to be funny and goofy, you'd rather get up and do the Drake dance in the middle of class and get some giggles, you know, on the live chat or whatever, rather than say something intelligent like, yo, I can build a rocket for real, for real. You know, I studied it last night on YouTube or whatever. You know, you got the world in your pocket and you still act crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, that's bonkers to me, my Lord. But, you know, you got to mind your business. You know, you get to a point in life where you learn what's real. You know, when survival hits you in your ass and you realize you wasted time being stupid, you know.
Right.
You know, things will straighten up on their own, man. Guaranteed.
No, that's
the best.
It all works. It all works out the way it's supposed to in the end.
Yeah, my Lord. Yeah, my Lord. Real shit, man. But yeah, man, that kind of unity doesn't exist, man. Nobody even want to know who the champion. You go do a contest, everybody want to battle tooth and nail and diss and shout in each other's face and yell for the prize, dog. And nobody just give it up and say, yo, I got it, but yo, this nigga got it, man. And I'll be the art department for his project. I'll do the t-shirts. I'll do the whatever, and get behind your champion.
Yeah.
You know when they
that's some utopian shit right there, man. Like I can't even. I mean, if, like, you know, do you think it's because of our? I mean, let me ask you though, like, you know, so hip hop like is rap shit. It's like it's always been about like the machismo. I'm the best. I'm the like going back as far as. I mean, do you think that plays a role into it? Because like nobody ever wants to give anybody props, man. Like even when you have like hip hop's rap's the only genre where like if you have a feature on someone on your joint, you're trying to burn that nigga. They don't do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It seems like it's totally different.
Yeah, bro. But we have no choice because who's gonna fund these people? Who's gonna fund? these people when it's time for them to hit the radio spins and the online marketing and all this other shit that comes with, yo, you want your record heard, or you just doing hobbies at the house, or you trying to be heard globally. You can't just go online and feel like your fan base, your friend base is going to be getting you what you need. Half of these people be in their drawers is flicking their goddamn thumb on your shit and going about their business. That's not support. You can't count on that for bread or support for a project or a business that you're doing, dog. It's not built like that.
No, it's not realistic at all. I mean, that's a good point.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that the people, the likes.
Unless you're showing your ass. If you're showing your ass, that's a business. And that's why I say the music that attaches to that, the music is the soundtrack for that. Right. If you online in that fashion, God body, your soundtrack is not Time to Build or Terradome or whatever the hell is going on. That's quote
come on down. Oh shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Right. I've never heard Terradome at the strip club and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard that, son. You know what I'm saying? It's just and now that has seeped into the industry to where it's like, look, man, light porn wins. You know, you turn on the TV now, you see as much, as used to be in the magazines nowadays, just on, turned on the tube, flicking through. I don't even know how kids surf channel nowadays. God, it's got to be impossible, to watch your seeds.
It sucked. I didn't even want to think about it, yo. Like I can't tell you how difficult it is right now. Like having a 13-year-old daughter. Like I don't look at it.
Yeah, you've accelerated them beyond the pace that we want to keep with them to learn. You know what I'm saying? Right, it's like, yo, I want you to learn things in pace.
Right.
You thrown into the wrong shit at any angle.
And so now, unfortunately, she's not growing up faster than she should, but she has friends like third grade, like looking fast and shit. I'm like, what are you, like 9? This is when she was like in third grade. And it's like, yo, which means she got a boyfriend. Like, she don't even know what's that. The fuck does that mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, bro. Yeah.
So
it's crazy. It's difficult, man. I don't, we have to find a way. But all that to say, with the music, we're gonna have to invest in something that makes sense for the balance, bro. Because no one's going to endorse that. And
I agree.
And to be, if it's an oversaturated market, you're going to have the people's approval. Most people look at your Instagram and your Facebook to measure you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not I'm not a social person. Like, let me just let everybody in and do whatever. I'm not like that. So I will get judged for that. You know what I'm saying? I may have 10,000 people in my friend shit or whatever, and just because I don't feel like flicking my thumb, you roll by my page and say he's not worth whatever. But if I have the people support for projects that I'm doing, I don't care what they think. So it's going to take the people to be, yo, man, what's the mission? What are we trying to do? Yo, we trying to produce an album on Why It's Intelligent right now. Right. Him and Premier. And Premier wants this. And once we get to this mark, the album is gone. It has to be as clear and honest as that. Right. So you're already investing in, yo, man, send my album as soon as it's done. I have faith in that. It's going to have to be that. That's the same kind of vibration that we're talking about.
No, I agree. We gotta get unified, man. And it's one thing that's going on. I mean, and I'm not plugging it because I know anything about it like in detail, but I think it's pretty cool and it was explained to me. So cool with a lot of cats from Hyro, and they got this Hyro coin where we're basically, I don't know that much about the crypto shit, but basically they got the coin and people build the DAO, I guess it's called, and then you it's for crowdfunding for projects. And so like if you can pitch a project to that crowd to so everybody, and whoever you vote, they vote on it. And it's like as far as, and so it's like just for like artists, and it doesn't have to be rap or whatever. It's like and so you get a percentage of that to go do your project if they vote on it. So
project, shit like that is going to have to go in effect. It is the people's power now. You know what I'm saying? So if it's left to the social crowd, don't let someone judge you for what it is. Let them judge you for the talent that you have. And somebody say, yo, I heard 3 joints. I think this project is going to be hot. Let me throw my little contribution. You know what I'm saying? You got to get off your ego at this point if you're a new artist like that. Right. For veterans, it's different. You're not going back to that. We've been through that. You're not going back talking about, yo, you know, throw me some chips for whatever case may be. You got to have a whole different situation. You got to show like, yo, man, I'm a veteran and let me show you what I'm going to do to offer you. All right. I'm going to do something big that you're going to want to say, yo, man, I'll spend my money on that. I fuck with you. I want to get your t-shirt, man. I like how you rock, and I want to get something for my family. You got to set your business up. At this stage, we should be what we were signed to back in the days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Period. We should be that. The web gives us access. We're not being fooled anymore, and our records are being licensed in other countries and not licensed on our contracts. You know what I'm saying? That's how cats make money on you. You read your contract, it only has a couple of countries, but yet your record's bouncing in Africa somewhere under a different name. You know how much years they got off with that, with the cassettes and CDs, because they're easy to replicate. If you got, come on, look how deep bootleg was. I was in bootleg, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was my test. Like, don't fool me when I get to the spot, get the real shit, get home, it's corny. It was like a trailer. You know what I'm saying? It was like a trailer, but imagine in another country, you can just zip zop, put the language of whatever case may be, and you're a #1 hit somewhere and you don't know shit. Somebody's getting paid off of this being rotated to fit in these CD devices. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get that bread, now you can check it. Now you can go online and be global and do your business correctly. And if you don't know how to do that, then that's now the first member of your team.
Right.
I need you to monitor this. I need you to make sure that people not copying our shit. I want you to make sure we getting the hits for the page, monetizing every system. You got to assign people. Cats don't want to pay motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but it's real shit. You know, you got to pay people, man. You can't just be like, yo, you know, shorty, get up on it and do whatever, man. It's like, nah, man, those days is done, man. You know, you got a way where you do your pimping, man. You know, it's like you come into this game, you have to put assignments to people. You got to stop using motherfuckers to believe in your shit more than you believe in it yourself. If you believe in it, put the money down, period. If you don't invest in yourself, how can you ask somebody else to invest in you, bro?
Facts. I say it all the time.
Correct.
I say it all the time.
All the time. You know, that's straight up 100. And cats need to stop. That's where the fooling yourself stops. That's where the singing in the shower shit stops. Like, I sound good in there. My mom said I can sing. Right. Okay. I want you to save up all your weed money. I want you to save all your get out with the girls money. I want you to save all of that shit up and plan your project accordingly. Now you are the investor in your shit. Are you going to go in the studio and hang out and smoke blunts and bullshit all night? No, you're not. You're going to be like, oh, shit, how much time do we have? Let me get another pass in.
Right.
You're going to be on point.
Exactly.
These are the disciplines that cats don't want to, you know, fuck with. If you're serious, you got to make yourself, you got to be professional before the professionals hire you, bro.
Yeah, and that goes across the board. I mean, I feel like our shit, you know, I talk about it, man. People, you know, we're tardy in this game. Where, you know, we don't value a lot of motherfuckers in rap and in hip hop could not fuck with anything else in the real world because there's time constraints there. Yeah. There's different things. There's etiquettes and shit, and we don't observe. I mean, I shouldn't say we. A lot of people don't observe that shit, and it's like almost an anomaly when you do. If you do show up on time, motherfucker, we said 9 o'clock. That's where I'm here. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and so I feel like, man, like, that's really, you know, to our detriment. Like, because some of these basic things,
right,
like being punctual or whatever, you know, we're lacking. You know, like just following up on emails, or you know, just following up. Okay, I couldn't get to this now. I'll get to it later. Just. Yeah. Rather than just I ain't get that beat done. It's been like 6 years or some shit, right? Like crazy. So I think, man, you know, we need to grow up, man. I mean, fucking, that's the bottom line. You're talking like just regular people shit.
Yeah,
like,
brother. Yeah.
Like the civilian, get your paper, 9 to 5 shit, which we all shun in rap. But it's like, yo, those are the principles that help you get ahead, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. And that's why the kind of hip hop that we appreciate more, you know, the boom bap and the advancement of that, it doesn't get that, because if we didn't seize the market and we still trying to get crumbs from the master, how can we get the young heads to respect us? That doesn't make sense. We should be inviting them to come and say, yo, man, I own one of those clubs, or I got a label running. Y'all come fuck with me. Y'all can't come up here with this ratchetness and foolishness, man. Let's clean it up a little bit. I wanna rock with you, but you can't come here lickety split, you know, smack on my shit and all this other foolishness. Come on, son. It gets stupid. It gets to be a receipt of coonery, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look at the coons. Let's just turn on any channel, and cats are doing the same thing, and even got the nursery rhyme cadence, and you got a nerve to slang it out and make it something else. And then years later, you figure out like, hey, I got to add more words. But the first shit is so goofy and classic now. We stuck in that mode of this is what's hot. This is what's hot. And you raise generations on that, dog. You got grandmas, you know, dropping and shit and doing all this other shit. Nigga, come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
No, that's the ignorance, you know? All right. So that leads me to a very important point I wanted to make with all of this. And so for me, kids are really important and the youth is really important. And so one of the ways one of the things I wanted to discuss was like, I've tried to give back through that way. I've taught B-boy classes. And I wanted to talk about like, as far as like, if you're a practitioner, or even just you, like some ways to kind of give back to the kids. Cause I feel like, man, if we're going to kind of carry this culture forward, it can't just be a bunch of old motherfuckers. And we have to do something. So I want to kind of go through some of the elements and stuff and kind of just talk about some practical things that people are doing to like actually help the kids, man, because I feel like, you know, we've said it before that we're part of the blame. So, you know, we got to own that shit.
Yes.
And, you know, so I wanted to discuss some of that a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. Please.
So one of the things, and it was funny because I looked at all the elements here and I was like, okay, you know, what if, you know, personally and what are other people doing? It's one of the biggest things I saw, man, was like when I was teaching dance to the kids, like I was teaching in Philly, inner city Philly, and they would come in like fucking tough, right?
Right.
And then by the end of the shit, when you let them be them and you listen to them, because kids are intelligent, then they're like showing you stuff. They're working and they're building and stuff like that. And so I just really wanted to underscore, like, if we can give back to kids, man, in any type of way through this culture and connect with them through this. There's music, there's some vibration, right? They're on a different frequency, some of these kids. But if we can kind of meet them somewhere and share some of this stuff, even with some of the, like, even with the dances, like, even if they still fuck with some of the wild shit, at least, like, share some things with them. Like, even for, like for instance, Fourth Disciple, Killer Army, big up Fourth Disciple, he's doing something, a social service thing where he's teaching kids engineering and mastering,
right?
And you know, all the stuff with all that production stuff.
Yeah,
and they're getting grants for that.
Yeah,
to teach that. So I just really wanted to talk about, you know, share. Maybe you can share what you think about, you know, some ways that we could do that, even with MC, you know, whatever. In terms of just giving back to the youth.
Yeah, man. I mean, one, it's difficult to give back because the lack of patience in adults and the lack of attention span in youth create a serious gap. You know what I'm saying? And then finding something to work teaching them that they can use in an era like this is very difficult. Like if you were teaching them an ancient training system or trying to build irrigation, you know, things that, you know, projects that you inherit from ancestral knowledge, and you bring them to a place, you have to be willing when you come to something like that. It can't be like, let's just drag the kids down here and just force them to do whatever. No. You know what I'm saying? That's like forcing them to go to Sunday school back in the days when they wanted to sleep in the bed or watch cartoons and shit. It gets to be a drag to try to reach out. You know what I'm saying? So I think what I've been trying to do as far as giving back is to break down the history of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can tell the history of something with no distraction, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me give you the history of breakdancing for real, and not you go watch Beat Street and you'll understand. Okay? When someone says that to you, like, go back and watch whatever case may be, they might not have covered the whole purpose of the element, so to speak. If you want to learn dance, it would mean, let's get behind you, Tamal, and say, yo, We want to get the history of breakdancing from different areas of the country. Who's the first breakdancer in Oklahoma? Let's go get an interesting story. Let's go get a story of breakdancing in New York, Massachusetts, whatever case may be. If hip hop is so viral, this education gets them to be willing to say, yo, man, this dude just taught me a new way to work out, just to practice how to do the windmill. I never saw that before. And now they're getting involved. Instead of you going to get grants to go sit at the community center and nobody show up, but you just take the grant and say, well, I did my part. I was there. I was present. The money goes to the thing, or the kids come down down to the program. There's no discipline for their situation. You just got room for your curriculum. And then when the program is done, there's no way to follow up because everybody got their check. So the best thing to do is produce it. No harm, no foul, or anything. If this is a visual age, produce the material and let them buy that from you. Okay? You pay for the master class with whoever, the tennis player, the basketball dribbler, whatever case may be. Let's find the most qualified in our circle, like we were talking about earlier, to say who has the most years in dance and the most credentials as far as the best of us to really be the head of leading this project. Now, everybody got to put their ego to the back and say, yo, man, the real OG should set it off.
There's that caveat again, though. Yeah. You keep going back to that.
Come on, bro.
That's a major. But listen, that's a major obstacle, though.
It is.
And so that's. I mean, we're laughing about it, but that's a major obstacle, man.
Because look what that stops. Look what that stops. Not being able to push that ego to the side. A program just died. Because you know in your mind, like, damn, when I put it to the table, everybody's dope. Everybody's the best. Everybody should have been chosen to do whatever. And then everybody ends up fighting and says, fuck it. 4 or 5 years pass. Everybody shakes hands later on down the block and say, what were we thinking about? But you burnt the time. And somebody comes out with it somewhere else and you get mad because they were a clone watching your shit and said, hey, I have enough footage being a fly on the wall to teach you how to break dance. Let's go ahead and do the wave. And they went off and made $1 million doing some Richard Simmons breakdance shit. And, and the real niggas don't get shit. That's
but so you made a good point though, man. It's like, it's frustrating, man. I'm sitting here as you're saying this, man. Like I'm getting frustrated because that's a major thing. I've talked to so many of your counterparts who left the group because they thought they were nicer than they really were, and they should have stayed in that group. And then this shit fucking flopped, and they even said it like, "Oh, I should have stayed. I thought I wanted to shine on my own." It's like, yo. Sometimes just being think of like, man, we always talk to sports analogies. Think about like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody like one of the cats to play with Tom Brady that just like hung along for the fucking ride.
Right.
Like, and came out of it with like 4 rings. And Matt Luke, like, he took practice squad motherfuckers and made them Pro Bowlers. So if you have the right leader,
right,
they will lead you in the right direction. You have to humble yourself to let them lead you though. But you know what I'm saying? That's a challenge, man. You're talking some real shit, but listen.
Lack of patience and lack of attention span are the problems that we will have in passing on knowledge. You're going to have to record it, all right? It's not just the younger generations that's programmed like cyborgs. It's the older generation that's programmed like cyborgs, all right? So we have to nullify that and say, where's the human silver lining in this factor where I can connect back to these young heads and say, yo, man, look, I want to give you something. I want to give you the roots of the science that that other people shouldn't be teaching you. You should be learning from the roots of where it went down, because people were a fly on the wall capturing us. Get it directly from the source that they was watching. And that has to be shown through you dominating production, because if you did that back in the days and you're still in the same place, and you can't get a camera crew, you can't get an editing team, you can't get all the things that would make a quality reduction, you have to check yourself, bro. Right. You have to check yourself, man. Period, point blank. That sets everything. When you say press play, you don't have to say nothing to them, just press play.
Right.
And let this make you either willing or yo, I don't give a fuck about that. And there's no harm, no foul on your shit. It's either you get with me or you don't. We need that because we sitting around trying to convince, and that burns time, man.
Yeah.
You gotta convince. Why you gotta sell something to a person that you're trying to give? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you made a good point about convincing does take time. I like what you said about giving the history though, because it's funny because when I was teaching, the first part of my class always went through like a history lesson, like for like 15 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is where all this comes from. And then even when they did, and I would give them some free time at the end to do their like whatever dances they wanted to do.
Right.
I'd be like, I'd say, the origin of that kind of comes from this.
Right.
Like, oh, really? But so it's a good point, Mo, that you make, man. It's given the history, and a lot of times when they see the connection, like whatever you're doing, it didn't just come out of anywhere, come out of nowhere, you know?
Come on, bro. We're the only ones that can make a young head care about Sammy Davis Jr. All they see is a skinny, big head black man back in the days, token black in the Rat Pack. They don't know what kind of contribution he did at that time or what kind of inspiration he was just being there in that era. So if a person's gonna say, yo, that footstep that y'all do, that came from A, B, and C. He was the first one to do that in the public, such and such and such. And the move comes from A, B, and C. He learned it from Muddyfoot from Oklahoma. And then he learned it from, we got to break things down. You know what I'm saying? Because they're used to getting instruction. Oh shit, I don't know how to work the board. Let me go to YouTube right quick. Okay. So if you want to know about dance, then the one who wants to tell the history has to step their game up and say, I have to be a producer today. I can't be the dude saying, yo, I was the first nigga to do the split and such and such and such. Or I was the first nigga to do the Bismarck over there at the fucking club. Nigga, nobody care about that shit, man. Now, if you make your instructional video and you get a master class and 1 million people tune in and say, yo, man, Funk Master Freeze is my nigga right here. Any kind of dance move, he can teach me the exercises, how to keep my body right, because you got to do all kind of shit to be a dancer. It's not like, yo, I just feel like I'm moving and shit, man. Come on, man. It takes more than that. At some point, you got to practice. Yep. How do you learn to spin on your fucking head, bro?
Yeah. Yo.
What kind of muscles do you have to train in your shit to spin on your head? Did you just get up one day and say, yo, I feel it. I saw that nigga do it. I'm going to imitate it. Get out of here, man.
Right. I mean, and that's funny. That goes across all the elements. I mean, you didn't just pick up, somebody didn't just pick up and start just Black Thought wasn't always Black Thought.
Come on, son.
You weren't always you. I'm sure there's like a Brother J Ron, like you're like, damn, everybody had a first. I mean, the best graffiti writers, if you look at their shit, they'd be like, yo, this shit was awful. You know what I mean? And like,
come on, bro. We all your first album is your experiment. Yeah. It's your first album. It's like, yo, look, I feel this is the best in my tank to go ahead and let these niggas know what I'm about. I did some experiment joints. So if niggas like me in rock, I got a little rock track. Right. Niggas like me over here, I got a little something, but this is my core. This is what I deal with. It's that first one is that experiment, bro.
The first interview I ever conducted was terrible. Like, I mean, it was like, I was like,
Word. Come on. You got to have a tough skin in this. So being gone through that, you got to show the young heads at the next level of that to take my tough skin into the higher departments of this thing. All right. Now I'm the one who will say, yo, I'm doing a film. Y'all come to my museum and check it out or whatever. We never got to that level of ownership. Ownership wasn't taught to us as an element. All right. Yo. Ownership was not taught to us as an element.
Nah.
Why wouldn't masterhood be taught to us as an element, man? That's, I ask myself these things later in years, like, dog, we should have had in the math, you got entering the new cipher. After you get to the 9, you go to the knowledge add. So in the same sense, when you increase your cipher in anything, there should be a next tier. We should have had an ownership element to say, yo, the place we used to break dance is owned by the OG who is the best of us. So we don't even have to think about who was the best.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Or have to worry about a spot or how or playing certain music because we running that shit. And you keep going back to that all the time, and it's important. I mean, because like that's a big swing and a miss, like on our part, as far as like like we're still renters in hip hop at 40. Like we're still renters, right?
We're
Like
still renters, bro. We don't have that one place that we can say, yo, man, this is ours.
No,
you know what I'm saying? We don't have our own iTunes. No matter what you build, bro, we'll always be beneath, somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Making us in a consumer base, always a super consumer. We're labeled super predators and super consumers, bro. That's crazy. And then we're gonna continue to make slave music. That music that I hear is like blackface, dog. It's like buckwheat, dog. It's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And for the ones that are creative, I salute you. But for the ones that are just totally goofy, man, like, yo, dog, when does it end? But I understand that there is a market. As I study things, it's like, yo, man, there is a market for every fucking thing. I don't have to hate. I just dislike it. I dislike it on our youth, dog.
Yeah, it wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be there if listen, and that's the problem. So my spiritual teacher used to say, you have the cheaters and you have the cheater. You can't have somebody doing 3-card Monty busting niggas ass all day if you don't have suckers ready to fucking line up.
Yes,
you can't have 75-year-old ladies losing their shirts to like some nigga in Africa who needs some money. That doesn't fucking exist if they're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're always gonna have that. Somebody's lining up. Yo, how many people are getting their fucking accounts right now because of this hacked right now because of this Forex shit? Like, you clicking on links when you ain't making no money off this shit.
You already
Send me
know.
your Cash App. I'll see you spot. Really? So you're always gonna have that balance.
Yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord.
So if we stopped right now and said, yo, we're not putting up with this shit, like, we'd be in the minority right now, you and I.
Yeah, brother, real shit.
Hey, look at those get off my lawn ass niggas.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
So,
that's why I said, look, man, I'm rolling my dice with the people, man, because even with my album project, we were offered to do tours in the middle of this pandemic, as I call it. And I said, look, in the respect of everyone that has to go out and either decide to be in the vax prejudice of things and everything, I said, yo, let's throw a pay-per-view for what I feel the pioneers and the lyricists of today would respect. Something that they would salute and say, yo, man, oh shit. So and I think it would be better than just saying, yo, my album is out, go pick it up, buy my t-shirt, whatever case may be. So
let's talk about it. What is going on?
Yeah,
I'm super pumped because this is a nice I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is a nice segue into like conscious artists doing something and spill it, man.
Yeah.
Because you've been telling me about this shit. You've been planning this. And I'm sitting there like, yo, I want to fucking hear this, man. So come on.
All right, so let me just start from the beginning where this started. I posted something on my page a while ago about the Chuck D, X-Clan versus Public Enemy, right?
Yeah.
So my people from Music Time saw that shit and was like, yo, you don't have to go to Versus to do what you were trying to do and whatnot, man. He said, I want to offer you a tour for something like that. I believe in X-Clan Public Enemy. I mean, we've toured before, so people can check a track record to see something successful. And then people would know, like, two powers like that inspire people, somebody would come out. But I said, I don't want to challenge people like that to go say, yo, man, go get go against whatever to come out. That's not even a choice in my mind. So I said, let's take advantage of, the pay-per-view market right now. You know what I'm saying? And let's bring some powers together the same way I say, yo, let's everybody put in the pot. You know what I'm saying? And make something happen to where it makes sense, man, and let the people come out. Now, when I first proposed this situation, people think like, well, people don't listen to, what y'all was building on or whatever case may be. And I experience love for my music everywhere I go, man. I don't.
Who said that?
Well, these are people outside of the Music Time folks, but these are people in the market of seeing.
Yeah, they're talking.
artists on those conscious planes that have that kind of attention when you weigh them and then 5 of them at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
You know, but they were raised in a visual era. You know what I'm saying? You were giving birth in young heads that have grown now to young adults. You got chapters and episodes with young heads. I don't have that experience for this visual age. But I know if I gathered the champions of when they were pushing those CDs and whatever, you know, if I gathered the champions of the era that are still active, I know that the audience will come out. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I gathered Wise Intelligent, Cyrock, Soleil, Public Enemy, X-Clan. So, and then I'll have a surprise guest that I'll be announcing this weekend. I reached out to one other that's going to add to the situation, but this is going down March 19th. We're already locked in. We had one artist that couldn't make it, but we're going to get them on the second round. You know what I'm saying? Music Time is really fucking with me, you know, to kind of put down some cards that make sense. So I'm going through different genres of hip hop. I'm not just sticking to the platform that I enjoy, you know what I'm saying, that I'm part of, but it will be tasteful. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, is it going to be virtual from each different location, or you guys are going to all be in one location?
We are going to be in one location, and it's going to be transmitted on March 19th of this year, so 2 months from now. So yeah, so when you know, this is the first time I'm letting it out of the bag. You know, we were waiting for one other artist to come in, but like I said, it's a 2-part situation because certain artists that I want to be part of this one, I didn't want them battling the travel too much with the COVID and all of that stuff. I already had 2 or 3 artists coming from out of town. I didn't want to challenge a whole drove of people. Plus the Super Bowl is happening too. So coming into LA is wild. You know what I'm saying? People staying for a minute. You know, we got better weather on that side, you know, than what's happening in the East. So my thing was to just take a pace. I feel we had enough power on the card, you know what I'm saying, to be like, let's make a presentation of what it's like, you know, for these artists to throw down in a nice controlled environment, man, well produced and whatnot. This is gonna be an 8K, beautiful setup that I'm offering to everybody. And then, you know, that will launch other things. You know, people will start seeing our brand, you know, releasing the X-Clan on, you know, on our own brand. That's a step up. That's what I said to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you from prophecy, my Lord, and executing that, manifesting that. You gotta kind of ground yourself and see where your people fit in and build for real if you're serious. You know what I'm saying? My not only my track record was good enough for my people to say, yo, man, this is the one that we want to put forward to, you know, to spearhead our situation. You know what I'm saying? But internally, you know, all the support, all the years, you know, made sense in my tank, right? You know, like, you know, finish what you start. Just don't bow out and say you did a couple of albums that people can, you know, get up in the morning and exercise to. Make a mark. So I'm going to be looking for the best of conscious artistry, not just, you know, fuck Whitey and, you know, Devil Burn and all kind of stupid shit. I want creativity. You know what I'm saying? I want, you know, I want the creativity that we respect Lauryn Hill for, that Common Sense has won awards with. You know what I'm saying? From the griminess of Planet Asia to, you know, to the rawness of Public Enemy. I want that now. Don't worry about what the label want to hear. You know, they like house music now. They like rock music now. I don't care about that. I want something creative and tasteful that I can play for all ages family. I can't teach young children y'all flows if you cursing me out in the first 6 bars. So you already know who shouldn't be shooting me demos. You know what I'm saying? And you already know what I'll be rotating on, you know, my channel with Music Time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wanted the pay-per-view to kind of set the mark. Like I gathered my comrades to say, yo, man, you know, we want to do this for ourselves because no one else will put this forward. So and it kind of puts the people who always say, yo, we missed the era and all this other shit. Yeah, you missed the era, then support what we're doing, period. If you can't kick out for that and the herb you burn, you should choke on that night. If you can't come spend some money on our pay-per-view and say, yo, I give a fuck about these dudes. They help raise me. They help do whatever. And I would like to see more of this. So I'm basically putting on the Barbie like that, my Lord.
So real quick, couple things to clarify. So it's going to be out in LA.
Yeah, I'm doing it in LA in a secret location, so no one will be able to see what it is, and that's because of the mandates and situations. So I had to arrange something different.
Gotcha.
So but it'll be done and ready for them. March 19th without question. It's already sitting up, and the countdown thing is already started. So I'll start blasting the links and stuff very shortly.
And repeat the lineup for anybody that just joined in. We're talking to Brother J. This is episode 13, Constant Elevation, and talking about this pay-per-view project. Give me the lineup again.
All right, then. So X-Clan, Public Enemy, Wise Intelligent or Poor Righteous Teachers, Cyrock, Soleil, Sir Jinx, and special guests to be announced.
So that's going to be hard. And you made a good point. So, right, like you could go out Friday night with your boys, go to the bar or whatever. Niggas be on the block, the Henny, whatever it is, right?
Work.
Bottle of Henny, weed, right? You drop what? A couple bills in that night, and it's nothing.
Yes.
And someone says, okay, support this project that you've been supposedly yapping about all in the comments for now put up or shut up, man.
Basically that. It got to start that way, and like I said, I want to deal with the willing, brother. There's only one way for you to, to really prove what that is. No more thumbs on my page to show your support. It's now something different. We put a business up and put wonderful cards up for y'all to come and support. If you show my people what it is, they'll help continue, to build up what that platform potentially can be, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it's put up or shut up on March 19th, man. I'm gonna make sure that this show is the most banging shit they've seen in a hot minute.
Yeah, I think it's dope.
Real shit. And our album will be released on the same day, so they'll be able to get the Red Pill special. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Red Pill, the actual pay-per-view itself. So it ain't no other option.
Yeah, X-Clan. So here we go.
Ain't no other option. There's only one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, a little over a month, man. So this is exciting, man, because this is, like you said, all we do is yap about this as far as we miss X-Clan, Public Enemy. Why can't we have,
So I did it. I didn't wait for verses. I didn't wait for anyone. And the people on deck, for that show, they throwing out some heavy material, man. I love going through their catalog to study who we're going to take for the first round. And I think people are going to be really impressed, man.
Real quick, my question, I don't know if you can share it all right now, but are you doing it as a versus or it's a performance?
No, it's not going to. It's going to be a virtual performance.
Okay, so yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no doubt. So people can tune in and get down with us. They haven't heard the new material. Everybody's actually on that card. I think everybody has dropped a new project or have material that has not been heard on a heavy platform like that. I think they deserve the platform that is. I could have went with any lineup, my lord. I know a lot of people in the game. You know what I'm saying? And I will touch certain parts of hip hop and be, I want to put it together like it used to be. When I toured with DJ Quick and Ghetto Boys, and it wasn't like you're this, belong here. No, it was good music and people coming to enjoy. I want to get it back to that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be mixing the card up and adding the mix and matching some things that people forgot. But this is my thing. I want the veterans that are active. I want the ones who get sick at night and still got to write, dog, and not like, hey, last time I did this, let me go dig in my crate or whatever. If you don't care about it no more, don't waste your time.
Thank you. And that helps that you said that, because I said, and I'm not in the game, rhyming, so it's like I sound like I'm just a bitter ass fan. But the thing is, to the old cats that are out there, not putting out music, either put out music or don't whine and complain about shit, and act like it. It kills me. They complain the most about people not showing them love. I'm like, yo, all you got is pictures of fucking memes on your page.
Yeah, fuck that.
OG so and so.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, man. Man.
So thank you, man, for sharing that. So March 19th,
yeah,
super ill lineup. And this is, this is really dope, man, because like you said, everyone's complaining about that shit, and we're wanting this, and so here we got it. And you know what, man?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm glad a Versus Public Enemy. I'm glad you didn't do anything like that, because once Versus got sold or whatever, like, I mean, it's just
it would have been. I think they would have marketed it wrong. As far as what my intention was, in my mind, we getting ready to do 20 songs a piece, straight building and bomb ass beats.
Yeah, see, that would.
I was like, come on, let's go. Let's just demonstrate to them the power of conscious music, dog. I don't back off that. I don't get on the definitions of their woke and all of that other shit. Don't invade my definition of that. Don't invade my definition of conscious.
I don't know what that means. Woke.
Yeah, but I can never get sick of being awake. I could never get sick of my senses being open, dog. What is that? How does somebody claim that? That's ridiculous to me. And for people to back off like, yo, that's an old thing. No, it never got enough run. You know what I'm saying? How do we back off of it and then just, those are those people. They're the woke. No, man. Ain't a bunch of Aggie people online who just get disgruntled at everything woke. That doesn't even make sense to me, dog. You feel me? It's got to be bigger than that. I don't even care about that. My thing is, I know what I bring. I bring life music, dog. Period. That makes sense in any category, any color that you build with. I bring life music, man, and that's what it's about. That's what I'm demonstrating on March 19th, man. You know what I'm saying? And they don't, this is just a sneak peek of what the conversation is. It's going to be well advertised. A lot of good people are behind us with this thing, man. And I've been through so much to adjust it to what it is, bro. This was going to be, in a hall, and then I had to condense, and I had to do this. I lost artists, that I really wanted to get on board. And I said, you know what? Let me not overload. Let me make the best demonstration that I can, you know what I'm saying, with the professionals that I know will come out and give an excellent first step to what I'm trying to do, man. And I'm impressed by how they responded to me immediately, man, and were ready to get in like true soldiers, man. So I'm ready to get busy, man. I'm ready to demonstrate what it is.
That's so dope. It's what we need, man. And yeah, like my man, same hip hop culture said, it's what we need, and especially now. And so, the thing is, it's like this: the people that really want it are going to be happy, and at the same time, you're going to hit some people. Like, here's the thing, because I don't want to just shit on all young people and stuff like that. Like, you got some young people out there that really got their heads on straight. I got them on my page and stuff like that. I know some people, and they stick out like sore thumbs sometimes. But you got some out there that's like they're gonna be like, oh, because you got some old souls out there floating around, right? They gonna be like, damn, this is what all the kids calling. They're the kids getting called weirdo in school because they on some other shit. You know what I mean? And so those are the people. Those are some of the young kids that are really going to be up on it. Megalodon, I wouldn't get a plane ticket because it's not a live show, so you cannot go.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a pay-per-view virtual event. You can go, but you just be sitting outside.
Yeah, man, it's a secret location, man. So it's not for that, and that's just for me not to even have an option of being shut down.
Right. This is a pay-per-view event.
Yeah, no doubt. So I'm doing my own little Dave Chappelle backyard get down, man, and it's gonna be ill. You know what I'm saying? Put a lot of energy and time and power, behind it. Big up to the Alpha Business Venture Group. You know what I'm saying? They really came through. And Music Time, you know what I'm saying? They had their shit organized. I've been building with those brothers for years. Brother Delano, Brother Bill, man, and they really held it down. And this is a black business, very powerful. And they put me in 8K with my comrades to throw down our best hip hop. So it's gonna be dope, well timed and everything, man.
We gotta talk more about that offline. Like I said, anything I can do to help, man, I I'm saying, to support, whatever, anything you need, type of assistance, please do not hesitate. And I just started rocking with Music Time today after I saw the post.
Thank you, family. Thank you, family. I'll send you one of these hoodies, man. They start making our merch and shit.
Okay, we have to trade up. You should already have a Carry the Culture video. I'll get you one too. We'll trade up.
That's what's up, man. Trading jerseys and shit. The greats.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got to get on out of here. We in 4 minutes we go live with our homegirl MJ Savino. She's a publicist in this game, so we're gonna talk some industry business and stuff like that. She works with a lot of prominent artists, and then we go live with what our man say, the hip hop culture. And we got a lot of shit going on. We just had Tragedy Gaddafi on Monday.
Oh, that's what's up. Peace to the
was a great build.
That's
yeah,
right.
peace. That was great. That was a great build. So
no doubt.
And yeah, so we got Keith Murray coming up next week, and yeah, keeping it moving. So
that's dope, man. You got good guests, man. Keep it moving, God body, and we definitely talk some things, man. Now that my gates are open, man, you know we can, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm you know what I'm saying. I'm, and I know how you move already. You know, so it's like I can. I'm like, oh, he'll be on time. He'll be there. Like, he'll actually reply to the fucking email. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
hey, family.
So,
yeah, man. Always.
So, word, I appreciate you.
Yes.
I appreciate everybody that was joining on the show.
Thank you,
family.
family.
Will be up on our YouTube channel. Rock with the Care and the Culture YouTube channel. Rock with Brother J and Tamal. March 19th. Hold on. Let me see if I get it. Sarah, X-Clan, Public Enemy, Wise Intelligent, Soleil, Sir Jinx,
and special guest to be announced.
And special guest. What? March 19th. New X-Clan joint drops the same day. The Red Pill, right?
Yes, sir. The Red Pill. The Red Pill pay-per-view.
Word.
No options. Word. No other options.
All right. Yeah, no other options, man. So if you really about it, you know what I'm saying? Like I could blow $40 on like on an L right here, right now. You know what I'm saying?
Word up. Fuck with us that night, man. It will be uplifting. Trust me.
So yeah, get in touch with me. Let's link and we'll talk promo and all that stuff. Yeah. And I gotta go to the bathroom. We're doing another show. Salute, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace to the God. Respect, my Lord.
Be good.
100. Bless. Peace, family.